in general for people who want to do this is you just want to come into these. If you're going to increase your TSS to your like 100%, come in fresh. I mean, it sounds silly, but come in fresh.
Yep.
To the same point of, what happens after 3 to 4 days of being fatigued. If you come into it fatigued already, you're basically starting the camp in a fatigued state, and you will absolutely miss the point.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the benefit.
Yeah. It's not. You see a lot of. I even see like higher level teams. A lot of the athletes they taper coming into those weeks.
Why not?
Very
it's
intentionally.
Going to be. It's almost like a mini tour of some sort. I mean, in this case, how many days are we talking here?
It could be 6 to 7.
Yeah, it's a tour. It's Tour California. It's a lot of mileage.
What about TSS increase? So like if he's normally averaging 500, and he's looking at doing somewhere around 1,200.
Yeah, typically the recommendation is not to do more than double it, and that's the high side of things.
That's stretching.
So it's like anything else. I mean, suck it and see. Maybe you can get away with it. Maybe you can't. I didn't. I well overdid it, and I paid the price. It demotivated me for months. But then I go to smaller camps where it lights the fire.
Yep.
So you've done enough. It sounds like you've done it before. Who are we talking to? Chris?
Yeah.
Sounds like you've done it before, Chris. So you've got some experience to base this on. If it worked then, I don't know why it wouldn't work now. My single concern, speaking from the perspective of a coach, is that after the first 3 to 4 days, if you are shattered, there probably isn't much to be gained over the remainder of it. If you're just going to grind yourself down. That's going to have a lasting impact on everything that comes after it. Maybe it takes you a week to rebound. Maybe it takes you 2 weeks to rebound. But over the course of that time, over the course of this healing process, you will lose some of that fitness.
Or you get sick.
Yeah, exactly. And then, and then it really hampers your performance and your subsequent training and your motivation and all those things. So my advice would be 3 to 4 days, you're completely shattered, skip 1 day, then get back in for those last couple of days. You can rally quite a bit over the course of, what will amount to about 36 hours of recovery instead of 12.
Yep. Yeah, it can happen pretty quickly. If you are planning this camp out, the way that I would do it is I would plan something like if your first day, keep it, maybe you can rack up a decent amount of time on the bike, but try to keep things as gentle as possible. And then, if the next day, pick like, if you're going to be down in Southern California, go do something like do GMR all the way up to Baldy, right? Just do GMR, not going all the way up to Baldy, and do like a time trial effort, something like that.
This furthers the case for bringing a high level of fitness and freshness into this. I mean, actually train for this. As you're working through Sweet Spot Base, see that as a springboard for this training camp, because you're going to need good fitness to not bury yourself in the first day or two.
Yep.
This sounds like obvious advice, but don't be the slowest.
Yeah.
I've been at a training camp. I've been the slowest, or maybe tied for the fastest.
Yeah.
Completely different experience.
Yeah.
When H24, I was the slowest person there.
Yeah.
Everyone's these lightweight bantam climbers that just
fast.
Yeah.
Try to schedule things so that your final days are the hard ones, rather than letting yourself get overzealous on the first few days and doing a little too much.
The other thing
really bad
that I think is really important and can be hard too, because you're out of your regular environment, is eating. And I think you need to eating and chat and drinking. But I've said this before, but I think I perform much better if during those camps I've got a bunch of fruits and vegetables that I can eat in between, and then I eat like high carb stuff. I on these things you're riding so much. There's no weight gain.
Right.
It just helps you ride and feel better the next day. And there's some things you think are carb-centric, but they actually have a lot of fat, like tortilla chips. I always see those at camps, but they have a ton of fat in them.
Oh,
You do that with avocado, you're getting the percentage is really high.
Yeah.
So maybe do your vegetables dipping in avocado, and then eat some fruit, and then eat something,
Probably not the best time to hit the fat real hard.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not really, because chances are that intensity is going to be pretty high on a lot of stuff.
The other thing, Chad's probably can talk about this a lot, but the beer and drinking at these camps can also...
Don't do it. Seriously, don't. I mean, if you're going to ride with your buddies and stay up late, that's one thing, but that's not, I don't think that's what most people are after when they go to a training camp. It doesn't sound like that was what you guys are after either. So I've seen both sides of that, and I've also seen what the riders, how they race, early season, mid-season, late season, and there's a direct impact. I mean, there's a particular psychology or mentality that goes with indulging like that and then going and expecting to be high-performance athletes.